welcome to our class, guys. And for today's topic, we will have the introduction to organic chemistry. For Chem 2 or the organic chemistry. Organic chemistry, the study of carbon and carbon compounds. Organic compounds are the primary constituent of all living organisms. So always remember, all the living things, everything that we eat that came from living, mga organism, is composed of carbon and carbon compounds, which makes it an organic na mga compounds because of the presence of the carbon. Carbon is stable to form 4 covalent bonds, 4 valence electrons with other carbon and other elements. So what are the characteristics of the organic compounds? They are non-polar compounds. They do not dissolve in polar solvents like our water, meaning polar water. So they have low melting points due to weak intermolecular forces. They react slower than ionic compounds due to strong covalent bonds between atoms. So what are the different bonds? We have the single bond, single covalent bond, in which they share 1 pair of electrons. Double bond, carbon atoms may share 2 pairs of electrons to form a double bond. And the triple bond, carbon atoms may share 3 pairs of electrons to form a triple bond. So, what is the difference of organic and inorganic compounds? So, organic and inorganic compounds form one of the primary bases for chemistry. The study of organic compounds is determined as organic chemistry, and the study of inorganic compounds in organic chemistry. So, 1. Organic compounds are characterized by the presence of carbon atoms in them. While in our inorganic compounds, most inorganic compounds do not have carbon atoms in them. But there are also some exceptions na nag-exist. Next is organic compounds consisting of hydrogen, oxygen, carbon, and their other derivatives. Ang ating inorganic, they do not possess hydrogen or oxygen and their derivatives. Organic compounds are said to be more volatile. Bakit volatile? More flammable sa highly inflammable. So these compounds are not inflammable. Ang aton inorganic and are non-volatile in nature, meaning wala siya naka-tupok. These compounds exist in the form of solid, gases, and liquid for our organic compounds, and inorganic exists as solids only. Next, organic compounds, these are insoluble in water. For our inorganic, these are soluble in water and also non-soluble in some of the organic na mga solutions. Next, organic compounds have the carbon-hydrogen bonds. May area sa bond nga carbon and hydrogen. Inorganic do not have the carbon-hydrogen bonds. Organic compounds are mainly found in most of the living things because it makes up or the living things are composed of the carbons, and inorganic compounds are found in non-living things. Next, organic compounds form covalent bonds. Inorganic compounds form ionic bonds between the atoms of the molecule. Then, in most of the aqueous solution, the organic compounds are poor conductors of heat and electricity. Sa aton yung inorganic, they are good conductors of heat and electricity. Examples of organic compounds include the fats, nucleic acid, sugar, enzyme, proteins, hydrocarbon fuels. So these are mostly mga basic na mga gamit up sang daily living sang tao. And then for inorganic example, we have the non-metals, salts, metals, acids, bases, substances which are made from the single element. Next, organic compounds have relatively low melting points and boiling points, but for our inorganic, instead, they have low melting and boiling points compared to organic compounds. These are biological and more complex in nature and organic. So, ang aton inorganic, mineral, and not much complexity in nature. Organic compounds cannot make salts, while our inorganic can make salts because salts are one of the examples of organic compounds. Then, the rate of reaction is low in organic compounds because it is more complex, meaning ang iyang reaction is slower. While in our inorganics, the high rate of reaction may ara siya. It's because simple lang siya, hindi siya complex. Whereas atin ng mga organic. So, types of compounds. You have the saturated compound and the unsaturated compound. Ano magkabakas ng saturated compounds? Saturated compounds, organic compounds in which carbon atoms are bonded by a single. Meaning, saturated siya kung single lang ang bond. Kung makita din natin sa example, no, you have the methane. Ang bond sa atom na carbon and sa atom na hydrogen is single only, which makes it as a saturated compounds. While in unsaturated compounds, where carbon atoms have double or triple bonds. So, you have the ethane, C2H4. So, atom carbon may double bond sa atom na hydrogen. Homologous series of hydrocarbons. Ano yung mga hydrocarbons? Diba? Examples ni sila sa aton ng mga organic na mga compounds. Organic compounds can be classified into groups with related structures and property. As size of molecule increases, the boiling and the freezing point also increase. Hydrocarbons are organic compounds that consist of only carbon and hydrogen atoms. Ang muna tinatawag hydrocarbons, hydrogen and carbon atoms. So, mga example, no, may mga base name, length of carbon chain. Kung 1, you have the meth, 2, F, 3 is prop, 4 is bute, 5 is pent, 6 is hex, 7 hept, 8 oct, 9 non, and 10 dec. Example sang meth, we have the methane. So, kagina, nakita natin, ang carbon na atom, pag hydrogen niya is single bond lang. Ethane, for ethane, you have carbon naton, double bond sa aton hydrogen. So, hindi ta mag-dwell so much of it, no? Because I know this is not included in